1140 The Fan.
Talkin Money!
And we're back to Talkin Money. And here's Jeff Tarbell.
All right. How you doing?
Still
Back to our final segment of the day. This is Talkin Money, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140, or you can text me, 44-1140. We did get a winner of our quiz question. So Uncle SMS was sentenced to 20 years in prison, which he passed away recently. And he's kind of become sort of a folk hero to the people in Thailand. And what did he do, and how did he do it? What did he do?
He insulted the Thailand's royal family in a series of telephone text messages.
So he texted some people that he was unhappy with the Thailand's royal family and was put in prison for 20 years. I would be in jail. I would be on the death sentence right now because if you disagree with anybody on the air.
On pay-per-view.
On pay-per-view, yeah, with no commercials because you could zip through the commercials before my death. So, yeah, that's pretty harsh for texting. It's not like he got on public TV or bought a billboard and said, the royal family is bad. He just texted to somebody or some people. So anyway, that was interesting. So he just passed away, and Uncle SMS, they call him. So we did have a couple winners. We had one on the text. We can take there, too, if you want one on the phone. And we've got one pair of Hangtown tickets. Now, Hangtown is next Saturday. It's an all-day event. If you want to come out to Hangtown next Saturday and you want a T-shirt from Hangtown for free on me, courtesy of my buddies over there at Dirt Diggers North and John Allen and the group there, give us a call, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. And we need your name and number because we're probably going to have to come pick those up. And that is next Saturday. We will be live out at Hangtown next Saturday, so it will sound a little less crisp behind us. Maybe we'll drown out our voices, which might be a positive side. But in any event, we will be live at Hangtown next Saturday. So if you're out there in the area, come say hi. Usually I set up kind of right below the grandstands there. We'll be out there till 11 o'clock. So stop in and say hello if you'd like, or just wing stuff at us from the parking lot. It's up to you. I got a couple little mortgage things here. I did see must have had a dozen calls on this week. Bank of America offers cut on home loans. Underwater mortgages may be reduced. This was the headline of the week, and I must have had 10 calls of people that refinance. And, well, can I cut my mortgage too? Do I have to pay my loan? This is just Bank of America that announced this option. And they are sending a letter to homeowners in the mail directly. Now, get this, nationwide, there's only 200,000 letters going out. Not very many. And you have to be a Bank of America loan client. You have to, eligible homeowners are those who own more than the property's worth. You have to be at least 60 days behind on payments as of January 31st, so you can't start now. You got to make a monthly payment of at least 25% of your gross income, so they're going to cut it down to the point 25%. And have a loan that is owned by Bank of America, not Fannie, not Freddie, not FHA, not VA. This is a loan that you've been unable to refinance up to this point. So they're going to try B of A is going to try a trial with 200,000 of their clients, part of their $25 billion mortgage settlement announced in February to reduce some balances. So all of you who have a regular Fannie Freddie loan we're not going to cut your balance. So, and you already have to be late. So that's what that's about. And again, a very small percentage of people that are going to fall into that category. So
200,000 isn't
nationwide.
Wow,
nationwide. I did see a couple things here. I was reading the article about Phoenix. We were talking about Glendale earlier, and Phoenix, Arizona was probably maybe next to the kind of the Vegas area in terms of just total and utter meltdown.
Yes.
And overbuilt houses. And I can remember to this day, on this station, there was a group out of Phoenix that were running ads on this station saying, we'll sell you a house in Phoenix. We'll, virtually no down. We'll manage it for you. We'll put tenants in it. And so we had people investing their money in properties in Phoenix. I have a lot of clients that still have those properties, in Phoenix. And Phoenix just totally tanked out. Yes. It was one of the worst. And in fact, Phoenix home prices declined 55% from 2006 through 2011. Arizona's foreclosure rate jumped to number 3 in the nation in 2009. So they had the worst meltdown, if you will, much worse than we did, in number 3 in the nation. So,
and they're still going through it.
Yeah, they're still going through it. However, Phoenix they were able to do something a little different than a lot of places have done. And what they really did and were able to accomplish was they were able to just take their lumps right off the bat and get it over with. And you look at, in terms of sales and monthly inventory of homes and those things, if you go to early 08 and 09, there are about 60,000 houses on the market in Phoenix. I mean, just compared to 05 when there was like 9,000, to give you an idea how many houses were on the market. So 2012, as of this article, February 2012, down to 24,000 homes on the market. So about a little less than half of their normal inventory. And the reason being is in many cases, they didn't mess around with delaying the foreclosures. They didn't mess around with, let's talk about a modification. They just said, you know what? We're cutting our balances. We're cutting our bait. We're cutting loose. And if you don't want to stay in the house, then get out. And we're foreclosing on them. And they really just kind of clean slate. Boom. And it was kind of done. And the Phoenix market now is really back on pace. And they quoted a gentleman, Thomas Lawler, an independent housing economist, was the first to warn 6 years ago that prices in overbuilt metros are poised to fall. Now says Phoenix is already on the way back up, primarily because they just put an end to it. Tear the scab off, or just get it done. And so many other areas, I just think that we keep coming with all these plans, and I understand that we want to try to keep people in their houses, but there's a certain group that just aren't going to be able to stay there, no matter what we do. Even if we cut the balances, they're not going to be able to keep it up. So let's just end this thing. We would just keep dragging it on and on and on and on, keep coming up with new laws and new things, and we're never going to get to the bottom nationally, I think. I think our area is already on the way up.
Yes.
I mean, you talk about the 5 county, you talk about Northern California, the Bay Area is certainly, maybe some areas didn't even touch down, but it's stopped, but didn't decline. But certainly our area now, you talk to any realtor and any buyer out there looking for a house right now that's under $300,000, and they are frustrated because there's not much to sell, and the stuff that's being sold is going real quick. It's getting bid up. It's getting cashed out. So I think that in our area, that the advantage that we have is the rates are still low and financing is still good, but inventory is really, really hard to come by right now.
Yeah, it's created a good demand.
Yeah, so if you're out and you're in the market now, you're going to be patient. You're going to have to be diligent. And, I get this question all the time. Do I really need a realtor? If I'm out looking for a house, do I need an agent? I mean, I have MLS on online. I can see what houses are on the market. I can go call the listing agent to get in the house. And so the question is do you want someone who's working for you, or do you want someone who's working for the bank or